I'm a queer Black woman from Oakland, California. My passion for water emerged at a young age. I attended an inclusive, progressive academic space as a young girl, fortunate to be exposed to LGBTQ, nature, other religious and spiritual philosophies, a very safe space for a growing mind. My school introduced me to nature through camping, ocean adventures, playing on the beach, and exploring tide pools. Exposure to nature most young Black children from East Oakland do not experience. So my foundation, my connection to nature was nurtured and is part of who I am. Nature calls out to me. I currently attend the University of California, Santa Cruz, UCSC. Santa Cruz is a nature-rich environment, deceivingly beautiful, peaceful, serene. But my idea of what the state of nature, the environment was actually clouded by the beauty of my campus. I had a general sense, of what was going on in climate change. The air quality was getting worse, deforestation, carbon footprints. But it wasn't until I took a sustainable water systems course when I actually realized I did not know a thing about what was going on with Earth's water. Feeling blindsided, my cracking open to the truth about what I feel now is a global countdown. Water sustains life. Food, humans can go weeks without, but water, 3 days without it, and you die. Now sit with that. 3 days, that's it, you die. This is a common fact, we know it. So you would think as humans, we would preserve and protect water as it is sacred, the key to life. But instead, natural watersheds, oceans, bodies of water are being tainted and polluted. We're destroying the very source we need to survive, or we die in 3 days without. It makes no sense. International and U.S. conflict over natural resources have been present for decades. Impoverished communities, mostly Black and brown, are already suffering from water pollution and inaccessibility. The water that is available to them is poisoned, and if not poisoned, it cannot be accessed without going through great lengths to retrieve it. Here in California, we are suffering from excess water usage and a historical drought, causing low-income and marginalized communities to suffer as their access to water becomes difficult and constricted. Rural California communities, their wells are drying up. My community knows very little about water, and it's time that we BIPOC individuals understand and acknowledge that we have been too far removed, too far disconnected to nature in a way that we no longer carry the knowledge or relationship to this critical element deemed sacred by our ancestors and our cultures. We are running out of time to reclaim our relationship to the natural world. You may not think you can reclaim this space, but you can. Why not you? How can we do this? We can work on reconnecting children from low-income communities and oppressed communities to nature with programs dedicated to rebuilding that foundational relationship. We can and must create and support programs to introduce children to water testing, implementing hydrology testing classes in schools to learn the scientific and immoral aspects of water access and management. Programs to connect future generations to nature, to camping, to see, to feel, to smell an actual redwood forest. The importance of water is generational and universal. All living things, all living beings, all cultures and communities. We must work on deprogramming the concept that going into and exploring nature is just a leisure activity white people do, and not a space for BIPOC folks. We can reclaim that space and our place in it. We are running out of time. Capital elites know this. They know how sacred water is. There's a whole There is a whole global capital industry built on just bottling your tap water and making you pay for it. About a decade ago, the United Nations declared safe and clean drinking water and sanitation a human right essential to the full enjoyment of life. But more water utilities are falling under private ownership and control. Corporations and the wealthy 1% making money off of what most of us consider a basic human right. We are losing control over who has access to clean water. But controlling water rights won't insulate the wealthy from the climate crisis. That's the thing about polluting the environment. Money cannot stop Mother Nature. 3 days without water and you die. That goes for every single human being, no matter rich or poor. BIPOC leaders can step up and center ourselves, become the leaders to protect our Mother Earth, and fight for those suffering from polluted environments. We have a right to clean water, yes, but we also have a responsibility to protect clean water and access to it. So I'm advocating for Black and brown folks, take back, reclaim your connection to nature and water. It is our responsibility to understand the politics of water, know who is in our city's water board, educate ourselves about the water issues in our communities. East Oakland is only an hour away from Santa Cruz, but the two cities couldn't be more different. Children in Santa Cruz are learning about the San Lorenzo River. They're studying marine biology and tide pools at the ocean. They have surf clubs and sailing clubs at their school. Children in BIPOC communities deserve that too. I can't live with the idea that we would leave them a world that is waterless, that is lifeless. Understanding each other and the importance of water will be the only way we save life on Earth. Without water, every living thing will suffer. Many species of plants and animals have already become extinct as climate crisis bears down on us. We are running out of time. I am a BIPOC leader. Water has called to me to defend her, to protect her. It only takes 3 days until you die without water. I'm calling out to BIPOC communities, reclaim your space, reclaim your place in nature, reclaim your connection to water, create programs for future generations to build a foundational relationship to our oceans, to lakes, to rivers, to reservoirs, to water, to life. For it is the only thing that will save us all. Water is life. My name is SOSLScott. I am a warrior and a voice for water.